What is going on YouTube? It's Brendan from Market Makers. Guys, if you watched my last video, we were sitting at 25 and some change, 25K and some change. I told you I'm shorting at 25,180. And then we got a 2,000 point drop after we hit our target, almost a 6% move. And then in the previous trade that I shared with you on YouTube, we had the big drop of 12% based off Kepler's triangle. So what I'm doing, as I've previously stated, guys, is trading the markets regardless of forecasts. But I have to share with you my 3 phases of the boom bust bubble. Everybody's rehashing Dow theory. Stan Weinstein has the Wall Street cheat sheet, and he modernized it back in the 1970s. But this is my version of the 3 phases, because the market moves in threes. Dow said 3 phases bull market, 3 phases of the bear market. This is the 3 phases of the boom bust bubble, focusing on the 3 phases of the bust portion. I did this video on the S&P, and watch that S&P video. It came out just before this video. I cover the macro market conditions, the equinox states, because Bitcoin is a small market. Okay, cryptos are a small market, approximately $1 trillion. They will follow the multi-trillion-dollar market of the equities when they roll or when they pump, as you can see in the charts. But this is a more parabolic asset. Let's go over these phases, guys, so we can have, if you have comments, suggestions, debates, feel free to put them in the YouTube comments. Just be respectful. If you are mean, guys, don't be mean. If you're mean to other people posting, or you say some derogatory things, you run the risk of getting blocked, okay? And then all you can do is play video games in your mom's basement. So you don't want that to happen. So let's go ahead and get into this. 3 phases of the boom bust bubble. Phase 1, denial, then bear market rally number 1. Phase 2, FOMO. This is my addition here. FOMO, fear of missing out, bear market rally number 2. Phase 3, disgust. This is the famous blood in the streets line. When nobody wants the asset, that is your bottom. You're not at a bottom right now. I know the bulls don't want to hear that. Twitter doesn't want to hear that. Phase 3, disgust, then bear market rally 3/bottom. I'll show you how I got these targets. We've been over this many times on this channel, as you guys know. Simple fib retracement from the impulsive move, not from the extreme. Impulsive move up to your all-time high. Phase 1, denial, minus 50%. This coincided with the 886 fib at 33,807. Phase 2, FOMO, can't miss out. This is the bottom. You see it on YouTube right now. BitBoy, CoinsKid, 4Flies, all of these big thumbnails of these massive moves incoming, 20,000 points, 30,000 points, are pumped to 50K. I called the bottom. This is the bottom. You've never bottomed ahead of the recession in stock market history, and Bitcoin has only existed in the longest bull market in stock market history. All the fractal patterns, guys, all of the previous garbage that people want to show you from 2013, 2018 doesn't matter, because that was a bull run. You are in a boom bust bubble, and this thing is still popping, and Bitcoin has not bottomed, okay? I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings. This is not a safe space. This is market reality. This is where we go to make money, is trade these moves. I retired trading these moves. You guys can find financial freedom trading these moves, and that's why I do this. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I traded.com. I traded the great financial crisis, and you guys, the only way you will understand is if you live that experience of seeing mainstream media, which many of you watching this, a lot of you are in my age demographic, but many of you watching this might have been younger, you might have been little kids, you won't remember it. So if only there is a way that you could understand what happened in previous history, and you could by watching that SPX video, because guys, one thing for sure I can say.
You have not seen what I have seen.
What you see? Iceberg right ahead!
You haven't seen what I have seen. I'm telling you, there is a massive iceberg that's coming to crush this market, guys. Very important to understand that. So let's go ahead and go over these rallies, okay? Let's look at these rallies. So yes, you have bigger movements, because lots of people, like I said in my SPX video, do you ever long? Every time you come on, you're talking about shorts. Bro, you've been shorting the market since the all-time high. Yeah, I know. I'm trading the market, making money. That's the whole point of trading. And yes, you get rallies, but you guys have seen me sequence these rallies. And this formed really nicely the phases with the bear market rallies, because this is a 16% rally. Nothing to sneeze at. But look at your rally off of the denial phase, okay? You hit denial, 50% down, 46% rally. You guys have seen me sequence these smaller rallies. This is going to be another small rally, 28%. And then you're going to see phase 2 FOMO, right? This was the initial. This is the market bottom, 43%. And we got a second phase 2 FOMO rally, currently sitting at 63.44%, guys. And if you're waiting for those lagging indicators like moving averages, you missed 57% of that 63% pump. So that's where you're at, okay, is the phase 2 FOMO rally. Where you want to trade these market rallies, again, my opinion, you can have a separate opinion, is as you change levels. These give you the biggest rallies. I went over this in the equities video as well, going back to .com and Great Financial Crisis. You can see the market history. These are your massive rallies. These are the rallies you want to trade. So what's happening now in Bitcoin is Bitcoin's stuck at a level. And if the S&P falls down to 3950, 3900 to retest the trend line, and then impulses up for that one last desperate gasp of air before plunging into the depths of the ocean, well, you're going to see Bitcoin potentially move up. And if Bitcoin moves up, we're going to look at this on the smaller time frames, guys. We have some higher level targets to look at, okay? So this is a 63% rally off of this low. The next big rally is going to come down in that discuss phase, and why wouldn't it at 4,627 Bitcoin? Again, simple fib retracement, guys. And really, you don't have to be married to this number. For me, this is sub 10K Bitcoin. Okay, there's other fib levels in here as well, obviously. 1272 or 1272s right here, 1414. And this is a weekly time frame. You'll get different levels in the daily time frame, but this is sub 10K Bitcoin. But I ultimately do think when the market finally bottoms, going off the equinox states, looking at late September, early October for the final bottom, you're going to have that 4K to 8K Bitcoin, okay? Scott Minerd, the late great Scott Minerd, who passed away, predicted 8K Bitcoin over a year ago, and I do think he's going to be in that region of being correct, okay? Parabolic asset will sell off parabolically when the markets actually break and turn down. You have to remember, the S&P is sitting at 6 or 7% down from the all-time high, and Bitcoin's sitting at 24K, right? 24K. And this is after a 75% drawdown. You won't see a massive rally heading into a recession. It does not happen. This is what the YouTubers are missing out. They don't understand the macro market condition. Okay, watch the S&P video. I get into all of that. I know a lot of you watch both, so I don't want to repeat the exact same things in each video. But let's go ahead and go forward. Kepler's triangle, guys. Once again, this played out beautifully. I shared that 24080 trade where I was trading at, and then it dropped 12%. And then I told you last video I was shorting above 25,180, and of course that dropped almost 6% for a 2,000 point move. These are big moves, guys. Combined, that's 19% of Bitcoin price movement. So these are excellent trades. Kepler's triangle, I think it's fair to say, is played out. This recent pump above 25, that violated what? That violated our high and our Dante's Descent. I didn't pull up that chart, but that violated the high. We got to 25,283, so Dante's Descent is invalidated. The pattern that gave us a 64% drop in Bitcoin from 48.2 and a 28% drop in Bitcoin has finally been defeated. Markets are dynamic. They're constantly making new patterns. So this pattern as well, I would say, is done. We're at a new level. So let's get new TA. Looking at Bitcoin here, let's go ahead and look at the upside first. 3-day chart, guys. Clearly in Wyckoff. I mean, this is your established trading range here from June 18th, 2022. And this is out here February 18th, 2023. And you're just at that co-equal high in Wyckoff, 25,214. You're at 24,788. This could easily just be an up thrust in the range, but you can see this, right? So let's take a trend-based fib from that June 18th candle to that swing high, to that impulse low. It's not the exact low, the impulse low, November 9th. And you can see this right here. You're right at the 1272 at 25,180 where I told you I was shorting because that was an up thrust. So what Bitcoin needs to do, guys, Bitcoin needs to break out, come up, retest. Doesn't have to do the retest. It will. It just may be higher up since it's parabolic, right? Just like this type of move. It may be higher up, but you will see it pull back. But it needs to break out, Livermore pivot to the upside. Guys, if it does this move, and this move is possible with the S&P, okay? If the S&P does pull down 100 handles and then bounce up to 4,300 towards that spring equinox of March 20th with Fed Chair Powell going to give the new rate hike March 21st, 22nd, I guess on the 22nd, 2 days after the spring equinox, make that up. CPI is March 14th. I mean, it's crazy. So that's going to be your market trigger, that equinox date, for the potential top. In the meantime, if Bitcoin does want to do this move, guys, I mean, I'm getting excited thinking about it. If it moves up to 27,821 or by some act of God, right? Like just peak euphoria, the S&P goes between 43, 4,400 and you do come up to like 30, 31K. Oh my God.
Meat's back on the menu, boys!
What an awesome short. Meat will definitely be back on the menu because I don't anticipate it getting into the 30s, to be honest with you. Bitcoin's holding right here. As the S&P drops, if Bitcoin stays in this range and the S&P bounces, it doesn't have to come up to 4,300, guys. It can just make a co-equal high back at that 41, 4,200 level and then roll over like it did in .com, okay? But if it does come back up, I think 27,821, the golden ratio, 1,618, is kind of my market top. If the S&P is required to move. Bitcoin will not move the S&P. Bitcoin is not detached from equities. These are the same algorithmic buyers, the big money in the space that's buying crypto, that's buying equities, okay? This is why they move in harmony. Bitcoin just moves at a much more parabolic rate of level change, but they will move with the equities. If the equities lose their key support, Bitcoin will lose its key support, okay? Just understand that concept. It's very, very important to understand that concept. So peak market euphoria for me really is at 27,821, and that's only if the S&P does break back out to the upside, because Bitcoin got to 25.2 with the S&P at 4,200. Therefore, ergo, I think if we go to 4,300 and change, you could see Bitcoin try to make a dash here for 27,821. And you know they love to pump Bitcoin to clear out shorts before a big dump. But man, what an epic opportunity if we start making a top in and around that quadrant of 27,821. What's our 3-day MFI looking like? We got overbought, as you guys know. We have room to push back up. So, I mean, this is possible. This little surge up here, another couple thousand points, 2,300 points, is possible, 2,500 points. So we have to keep an eye on that. Daily time frame, guys. Let's go to the daily time frame. Let's Wyckoff. Get some Wyckoff in here. Boom, there's your high. Well, we can be generous and put it down a couple wicks so you can see the wicks poking up. There you go. So this is your daily time frame. Again, guys, Wyckoff range, you're just trading in this established trading range, but mainstream media and crypto influencers are doing their job and being super bullish about range trading. You're in the top of your range. I'll be more bullish. Like I said, break out above the range, pivot out, move to the upside. And then I have to see what the equities markets are doing. And let's go ahead and do the downside targets, which we didn't do on the other 3-day chart. Downside targets, we'll take trend-based fib from the swing high to the low and to that high. Okay, and so you can see this. Now, we looked at this with their triangles as well. This is probably going to be 100% retracement because you can see the 1 fib lined up beautifully here at the base, right? So it's going to be a 100% retracement type move. So you can see that 100% retracement. Remember, the market loves to natural halving and doubling in the market, natural law of trading. This would have you a reciprocal ratio retesting your lows of 15.5 on this move, if this is your current top, okay? However, I don't think it would just settle there. I think it would go down to the next level, which would give you that 12.8, 13.3 Bitcoin that we've been talking about for a long time, which is where I think your first false bottom could be. And I say could be because remember, I do believe the markets will double bottom. You're going to have a major rally in the SPX when it pulls down to my target of 3,100, 3,200. You will see a massive rally. You will see a rally in Bitcoin too. through. And to me, that bigger rally will occur at a deeper retracement level. That high 12,000, low 13,000 number gives you a new low and another chance to put in one of these massive FOMO rallies, guys. Another 50, 60% rally. These things should get you excited as a trader, right? Guys, if you want to trade with us, definitely check out BingX. BingX will pay for you to be in our Discord room. Just download BingX. Link is in the video description and in the YouTube comments. And then message Lee in Telegram. He will get you set up in the room. You can trade all of the cryptos there without a VPN and only an email, okay? They also have equities markets. They also have commodities. They also have Forex. They have a lot of different things there. It's a fantastic skin, basically, of BitGet. But no VPN is required. Check out BingX. You do have 0 spot fees with our link, as well as up to an $8,000 bonus, only available with our link. All right, so this is what I'm seeing here, guys, this reciprocal move. If this top holds, if we move up higher, patterns are dynamic, guys. We'd have to change the pattern to see what the ratio is, okay? But as of right now, this is what I'm expecting if this holds up, looking at Bitcoin pulling down to high 12, low 13. MFI on a daily, you definitely have some movement that you could go to the upside, but of course, that can also swing to the downside. It's going to follow what the S&P does, guys. So just be frosty, be aware of this. Guys, next Bitcoin video will be out. What is today? Monday? It'll be out Thursday, okay? Next Bitcoin video will be out Thursday. Happy trading, everybody. Check out Market Makers. Hope to see you guys in the Discord. Talk soon, everybody.